Broke girls are panicking as the world is collapsing.
I left my husband. I was only making like $16 an hour.
Hmm.
And so that wasn't enough. And so I got myself into a lot of credit card debt because I moved into an apartment that I couldn't really afford, but I thought that someone else was going to be living with me in it. So that's
What
what
do you
happened.
mean? The ex?
No. Okay, so right after I got divorced, I got into a situation with somebody I knew from work. And
How quickly after the divorce?
well, like immediately.
But like immediately, broke girls are panicking as the world is collapsing. Guys, women are now falling into states of despair and destitution as men walk away and they are left paying for their own bills. Watching this video to fully understand the implications of the situation as men walk away or go their own way and women have to face the consequences of their actions. Today's video comes from Man Guide. His channel will be linked in the description. And let's just go ahead and jump right back into the video.
Bound, right? I guess is what they would call it.
Okay.
And we
Like
worked
the
together.
day after?
Maybe. Sort of. Yes.
Okay.
Now, I want to explain this very quickly to you guys because what actually happened here is recently a study came out which revealed that most women, half of all women, admit to having a backup man when they are married. Which, when I say backup man, I'm not talking simply about a man that they are, cheating on their husbands with. Oh, no, 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 no. They have a backup man in place so that they can leave their husbands and immediately move in with this guy. So that guy was actually her backup man. Very often they'll have a guy they meet at work or somewhere else, and this guy is the person they have as a backup so that they can leave their husbands and then turn around and start something new. And that's on top of the guys that they're already being intimate with and cheating on their husbands with in their relationships. And then men think that they're going to find someone who is, wonderful and is loyal. And this is half of all women in Western society that admit to doing this. Half of all women in the United States. So think about it very carefully. Half of them told the truth. And then what about the other half that are lying?
So I
Uh-huh.
knew him, right? We worked together. That's how we met.
Well, wait,
And
how long are you married?
almost 5 years.
Did you guys ever have any kids?
Yes.
And you got with this person a day after?
Yes, but see what I thought he was like the love of my life.
A day after a divorce. Okay.
Yes.
Sure. And you thought he'd be living with you?
Yes. Like
Gentlemen, we find ourselves looking at Western chicks on the precipice of karmic poverty.
Guys, she had this guy in reverse. She had him, she got with him the day after her divorce. Wrong. She was with this guy, dating this guy, sleeping with this guy prior, long before she got divorced from her husband. And then she decided that, okay, well, I've got everything secure. This guy is going to move in with me. We're going to start the new life. Because what she was doing was monkey branching the entire time. And then she left her husband thinking that she was going to upgrade to this other guy. And then this other guy screwed her over. Or rather, she screwed herself over trying to betray her husband. And it fell back on her. And of course, other women will say, "Oh, you poor thing! It was your heart. She was only following her heart. You don't know how miserable the relationship was with the man that she was leaving because blame always goes on to the guy." At this point, guys, someone said it and it's true. Women have to know that they're trolling us. They're 100% trolling us. They do know that they're trolling us. They know that they're taking advantage of us. They know what games they're playing, but they don't care because no one calls them on it and no one holds them accountable. Another very frightening thing about women is, I've said this already and I'll say it again, most women will never ever admit to what they're doing, okay, and what they've done to men, that they're gaslighting them, that they're using, that they're manipulating them, that they're manipulating the situation, that they're the problem in the relationship. They'll never apologize because of their ego. Their ego is so high that it's so great that they cannot let go of their ego. The only thing that a woman is loyal to in this world are her emotions, okay? And wherever the wind blows, her emotions will go. Women do not process information using facts. They process information using feelings because their brains are wired to process feelings instead of facts. It doesn't mean that they cannot use facts. In reality, after a woman has, allowed her feelings to guide her life and guide her to various decisions, once, her life is ruined after she's chosen to use feelings over facts and do the most insane of things, she will then look around after her life is in ruins and she has scorched the earth. And now that the feelings have, basically led her to this point, she'll sit down and finally observe the facts and say that the facts of the matter are my feelings betrayed me and I've wrecked my life because I listened to my feelings. And there are some women who will casually admit that, that women cannot control their emotions. Women, it's very, very hard for women to process things using facts over feelings because their brains are wired for feelings. So even when a woman is trying to process things using facts, they'll just turn around and their feelings will choose the facts that they want to adhere to. It's a crazy thing. It's hard. It's hard to understand the concept, but it's you just, as men, you just kind of have to try to wrap your brain around it as much as possible. And when I was growing up, guys, there was no one to teach me this. In fact, a lot of men themselves did not know this. Only men who had lots of experience with women would have this type of knowledge. And even they themselves, a lot of the times, did not put all of the pieces together. Much of why we're able to come to this point is because of the manosphere and all of the knowledge and wisdom that is being cultivated in the manosphere. As a result, we're able to then draw conclusions based on the findings of other men. This is a very scientific, research-based community.
I'm not going to lie to you, it feels pretty great. For a century, chicks have treated children, marriage, and whatever else they can to work the system to their advantage. They would take undeserved paydays, often going online in the process, only to rub everyone's faces in it. Well, as I've said before, there's always an end to the hustle. Now, women are starting to find out one by one that nobody is paying for the ride anymore, and some are even having to pay something back. It's a beautiful thing. The top comments here are, full context, the guy she left her husband for was married the entire time but never told her. After she moved into the apartment, the guy insisted they stopped seeing each other as he couldn't leave his wife and kids for her. So she destroyed her family based on a fantasy she created in the space where her brain should be. So basically, she cheated on her husband, got a divorce because she loved the other dude, and then he dipped. 99% of the time, a chick leaves, she already had something else going on. This is the truth in almost every case. I report a lot on how women are losing their grip on reality and its effect on men. It's nice to see that by walking away. The world is beginning to heal a little. And before we go on with the video, let me drop the comment of the day. Shout out to Late in Life Redneck 821 who shared, "Where are the men hiding? At the lake fishing, at the house playing video games, in the garage restoring a classic car, at work trying to get ahead, in the backyard grilling and drinking beer. I could do this all day." Get the idea? Enjoying life, doing whatever we want in peace.
What is a good amount of money to spend on a first date? A lot of girls feel like I got to spend a minimum $300 to be with them. I'm like,
300 what?
$300.
American dollars?
Dollars.
Please. On who? On the first date?
Yo, Chad.
For what?
You're considered a high value man. So ladies, this is
High value?
this. You got money?
I think high value is based on stream of income, revenue, but I am extremely cheap and financially conscious, so I don't consider myself a high value man.
And you have a lot of money.
Yes. Yes, and I'm going to save it, which is why a $300 date ain't never happening. Because what am I paying for actually? If I'm at wit's end and I need help and I'm with you and you need a $300 date, can she save me? Can she help me? Is she an asset or is she a liability? Because anybody need a $300 date off rip is nothing but a liability.
Wow.
I mean, it is. Let's call a spade a spade.
I'm with you.
The women that want $300 dates, there are men out there that are going to continue to take them on them. That's why the women can always say, I'm not doing nothing but $300 a date. Because there are men that will spend $300 to reach their end goal. We know what the end goal is.
I'm going to make a video devoted to the concept, but this is perfect for identifying what all men feel.
You see, guys, men are waking up. High value men are saying, we're not spending that kind of money. We're not wasting that kind of money. Guys, I have, when I basically say, do not spend $5 for a $1 cup of coffee. All right? You shouldn't be out there spending $5 for a $1 cup of coffee. I've lost subscribers for saying this. I've lost people who donate to my channel for saying this. Don't spend $5 for a $1 cup of coffee. This is in everything in life, including in relationships. All right. You should be spending money on investing in yourself. One of the best things you can do is to invest in yourself and learn new skills. All right. That $300 that you spent, you could have spent that money getting crypto. You could have spent that money purchasing a course that will allow you to learn new skills that you can build a business with. All right, or learning how cryptocurrency works so that you can purchase crypto and that you can save it and understand and make money from it, or even do day trading. Okay, you could have used that money in so many other ways. You could have put that money in the bank and just let it sit there for a rainy day. Okay, how many times over the years have we wasted money in relationships that would have benefited us significantly and greatly improved our lives? And of course, the simp economy keeps on raging on because there are these idiots out there who will do this. But let me explain something to you about the simps. They do not have infinite amounts of money. And a lot of the simps aren't taking these women out on dates. They don't have $300 to drop on a single date. The truth is that men in society became conditioned to spending this kind of money on women. It's changing now. Okay. The average man is waking up and realizing it's not worth it. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Also, women who are racking up these really high body counts, and that's the average woman in Western society today, are covered in tattoos. Like when a woman is covered in tattoos, that's an ad. A woman who isn't covered in tattoos, that's an ad basically saying, I have a body count. And some of you will go, oh, Angry, you're full of crap. Nope. Nope. Typically, the more willing a woman is to cover her body in tattoos, it also signals, not always, but more often than not, that she's also very open with being physically intimate with quite a few dudes. All right, that she has a body count. And some of you guys are going to say, Angry, you're wrong about this. No, you're just perceiving things the way that you want to perceive them. You don't understand something. Men and women are not the same. The way that men think and the way that women think are different. You can look, and I'm being very honest. Female and male behavior, the reason why men and women do things can look similar, but they're actually different. And they could be very, very different in reality. For example, a guy can go out and get tattoos because he wants to, maybe they mean something to him. A woman can go out and get tattoos, and you'll say, oh, because it meant something to her, but it's more than that. If she's willing to put tattoos on her body, then she's also willing very often to allow different men to have access to it as well. It sounds crazy, but women are wired different from men. And a lot of men don't understand this. And I've said this already. There's so many simps on my channel. Like, I'm kicking these people off, blocking these people, trying to get rid of them. These people are watching all of my videos. Like, it took me a while to realize when I have simps attacking me in the comments, like, Angry, you say this all the time in your videos. But here's the thing. If you're saying I say this all the time in my videos, that means that you're one of my biggest fans. You're gobbling down my videos. Guys, you know how many people I have banned? This is so funny. I have banned them on one channel, and they are still active on another channel. All right? And I haven't banned them on that channel yet, but they're banned on one channel there, and they know they're banned, and then they're active on another channel. Why are they active on? Because I've got 5 channels. Why are they active on my other channels? Because they have nowhere else to go. They have nowhere else to go. Because all they're gonna go do out there is run into others, either run into simps, all right, simp content creators, or they're gonna go over to Child's channel, and they're gonna bring that they're gonna go over to Red's channel, Child Time Podcast, and they're gonna bring that simping over there, and then suddenly they're gonna just notice that no one's responding to their comments because they've been blocked. And when we block you guys, what ends up happening is it looks like you can still respond, but you can't respond anymore. So no one's seeing your comments. But YouTube will make it look like people are seeing your comments, but no one's seeing your comments. And eventually you may figure out that you've been blocked. You can go over to Man Guide, try this crap on Man Guide, bring your simping over to Man Guide, get blocked by Man Guide. It's going to be the same thing wherever you go. Go and bring your stupid shit over to Manosphere Highlights Daily. I'm just listing them out. Bring it over to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Bring your simping over there because Uncle Angry isn't tolerating your shit. All right? So you're going to talk a bunch of shit about Uncle Angry, but then you go over there, they don't even have a conversation with you. They don't even talk. They don't even respond to most people in the comments. You won't even get to know these people. All right. You'll just be blocked just like that. Just like that. This is the reality of it. Men aren't playing with a lot of you simps, and you know exactly who you are. You simps know exactly who you are because you'll pop up in the comments. Go ahead and comment. I want to block you. All right. I've blocked hundreds of people this year. I'm exhausted. Guys, it would have reached, to be honest with you, I would have blocked 1,000 people by now or close to. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's probably around 600 or 700. The Sims wore me out. The Sims wore me out. I'm still blocking people, but I just blocked the really nasty ones because there's so many of you guys on the channel, and I can't get rid of you. I've got 5 channels, so you just go from one channel to another. Men are not tolerating simping anymore. All right? And that's a very, very big thing. A lot of simps thought that they could keep this shit going forever. They thought they could keep running their mouths forever. No one wants to play this game. Men are not taking BS from women who are trying to take advantage of them, and men are certainly not taking shit from a simp. They are certainly not taking shit from a simp. I'll tell you that right now.
We hear a lot about high-value men in this space, and there is definitely a division regarding how this is defined, but our brother just pointed out the God's honest truth here. High-value men, in terms of masculinity, could be any one of you, as long as you're hustling as the best you can. For women, this is almost the opposite. They see a high-value man as an ATM, and luckily for manhood, nobody is falling for it anymore. The comments are, men are in love, women are in business. Snow bunnies are cool with just grabbing a slice of pizza. Love 'em. Dude, control yourself. A woman will ask a man for money on his birthday, suck my... I've actually seen cases like this where they'll ask for their friends' dinner bills to be paid at the birthday dinner, so this is perfect.
You see, guys, as men, we have to stop doing this stuff. We have to stop getting into relationships with these individuals who do not like us. This notion that she will love you if you're a high value man and you have all of this money, then she will suddenly fall in love with you. Guys, she is falling in love with your money, not you. You're trying to buy love. We have been conditioned for the last 100 years to believe that if we have all of these qualities, a woman will love us. That's stupidity. A person loves you for the person that you are. If a woman does not love you for the person that you are, then she will never love you. Okay? This is the saddest thing that you have to understand. If a woman does not like you for you, if she's not obsessed with you, if she's not, no, when I say obsessed, I don't mean like crazy obsessed, but if she's not chasing you, she's not in love with you. If she doesn't like, guys, if she doesn't like you without money, then guess what? She doesn't like you with money either. She never loved you. If she doesn't love you without money, if she doesn't love you when you were broke, then she doesn't love you when you were rich. It's a painful thing to hear. All right. It's a sad thing to hear. How many guys have I heard from that have told me that they are former Chads or they are former Tyrones, and back when they were broke boys and they had no money and they were in hoopties, women were, they were basically clapping cheeks left and right. Now that they don't live that life anymore, they don't have access to the same type of women that they once did. They're not out there slaying the way that they once did. Because there was a woman who popped up in my comments and said that broke D, like, women have to admit though that broke D is the best D. Broke D is the best D. This is how they think. This is their mindset, guys. And you have to understand that when it comes to physical intimacy, we've been told this since the 90s. Even people like Tyra Banks said this. All right. Give a woman enough time and she will, let her speak and she'll eventually tell on herself. All right. This notion, a lot of men don't want to listen. I'm sick of a lot of you guys, and those of you, who I'm talking about. When I say these things, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it because I'm here lecturing, explaining, sharing this knowledge, repeating myself over and over and over, just so you'll get it. And many guys don't want to get it because they don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept how women think. They don't want to accept the fact that women like physical intimacy more than men do. Women want it more than you do. Guys, they just don't want it with you. All right? Men don't understand how women live. The things that women don't tell you the entire picture. Guys, there's so much that they hide from us. There's so much that we are conditioned to believe. Women, guys, women are much more crafty than you realize. Women are much more conniving. I'm not saying all women, but it's so true because they know that men do not know. They know how men are raised. They know how we are conditioned. They know the lies that we are told, and they themselves lie to us. Our mothers don't tell us the truth because if our mothers tell us the truth about female nature, then they themselves would have to admit to the things that they've done. All right, how they trapped our fathers, how they used our fathers, okay, how they deliberately got pregnant, how they were cheating while they were with our fathers. They will never tell us the truth, okay? They will never admit to any of these things. A father will admit to their children that, yeah, I've been cheating on your mom. But listen, you don't understand everything, okay? When you get older, you'll then talk to me when you get older. Women will never admit that they were cheating on their on the fathers of their children. They will never admit the evil things that they've done. They will never admit the lies that they tell. They will never tell their sons about female nature. Okay? That's how there's something inside of women. It's a sad thing, and they will never change. They will never change because for them to admit female nature means that they would have to admit who they are as people, and women cannot admit who they are. Women cannot accept reality. That's why women want to be lied to. They will straight up tell men to lie to me, lie to me. All right, don't tell me the truth. I don't want to know exactly who you are. I want you to appear mysterious. They would rather you lie and make up a crap story, okay, that stimulates their emotions and all of this other BS. Even if anyone with half a brain would realize that it's composed of lies, they don't care because that's what they want. They want to live in a reality that makes their emotions feel good. They don't want facts. And that's the reason why it's easy to manipulate women. Because if you want to manipulate a woman, manipulate her feelings. Okay? Give her a false reality to look at the things that she really desires and tell her all the lies, give her all the lies that she wants, and her brain, even common sense will say to him. For a man, common sense will tell him this is bullshit. For a woman, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Women easily are fooled because they like the fantasy, they like the fallacy over the reality of things.
Idea that men write a check with no strings is a slap in the face because we all know that money isn't going to the child. It's headed straight for the salon or any other meaningless purchase on the long list of void-filling nonsense. Purchases should happen directly, and this guy just cracked the code for sanity. Here are the comments. The father isn't obligated to pay any of your bills. If he does, that's a luxury and a favor, not an obligation. He's only obligated to take care of those kids and be involved in their life, meaning getting them, showing up, buying the thing they need, being an active father. Why let ratchets ask you questions in the first place? The second I get that energy, I exit the conversation. Typical women trying to put a price tag on a child instead of letting a dad be a dad. Straight up. This interview really boils the blood, but the response makes it all worth it. But, and maybe some saw this coming, some still get through the cracks.
You spent $2,594 on miscellaneous bullshit that doesn't matter in a singular month. I don't think you need a payment plan. Just literally spend a third on that and you can pay this off. I don't get it. Your priorities are...
Yeah, my mom will help me pay off my debt and
You
stuff.
don't need her. Look at your spending, dude. You just have to control it. For f***'s sake. I have a headache.
Just so you guys know, this is a Manosphere channel. Like this channel that you're seeing right here is a Manosphere channel, right? Like money management, being responsible with money, learning how to build wealth. This is a Manosphere channel where they're talking to women and they're basically saying, bro, you're irresponsible. You just need to be a little bit more responsible and you can manage your payments and, be out of debt. And what's the response? My mom will pay for it. I actually saw a video recently where a woman said that, she has a cell phone and she's never paid her cell phone bill and her parents are going to keep on paying her cell phone bill just based on principle. And when she's married and with her husband, he will pay her cell phone bill because she does not pay her cell phone bill and she will never pay her cell phone bill. This is the juvenile thinking of the average woman in Western society, where they believe they are entitled to have someone else pay for them. The state has to take care of them. Men have to take care of them. Their parents have to take care of them. Someone will always have to take care of them. The simps have to take care of them, but they're not taking care of it themselves. And when they end up in poverty and destitution, they will claim that they don't need no man, they don't this, they don't that. They will keep their ego going, guys. This is a dangerous thing. This is the reason why you have to be very careful with women. You have to be careful with women. Very, very careful. Because the stubbornness of a woman is greater than the stubbornness of a mule. Okay? They say that mules are stubborn. Listen to me. A woman is 1,000,000 times more stubborn than a mule. 1,000,000 times more stubborn than a mule. Okay? That's how stubborn a woman is. She will, guys, she will have a mental breakdown. She will fracture mentally before she will accept that she made a mistake, that she did this, that she is responsible, and that she will face the consequences for what has done and to apologize for what she has done. She will go to great lengths to avoid responsibility and accountability. Women are extremely afraid of accountability. And they will blame society for that, and patriarchy, and history, and humanity. They would guys, a woman will blame God before she takes any accountability. She will blame creation. This is how they are. It's a very dangerous thing. And when you understand that about a woman, that's why you have to be very practical and say, you know what? Sometimes it's better to just walk away, because a woman will put you in a very precarious situation, because they can never be wrong. And guys, shame, insults, guilt, gaslighting because they need to be right. Look at these women when they go before the court. A woman deletes tons of people. There's a massive loss of existence. People basically lose their existence because of a woman and something that she did. She does not care. She uses every excuse in the book, even as she's being hauled off in court. She cannot accept that she's responsible. Look at the woman who Control-Alt-Deleted Selena back in the 90s. This woman is still like being interviewed, and she's still saying that it was not her fault. Not that she didn't off Selena, but it was not her fault for doing it, and it was a complicated situation. And it's been 30 years since this has happened. 30 years. And for 30 years, she refuses to take any responsibility for what she's done. Do you understand? Had she just taken responsibility for it, she might actually be out of prison by now. I don't know if she got a life sentence or what, but she may have been able to like overturn the life sentence if she had taken accountability or made parole by now. She is a danger to society. But here's the thing. That's how the average woman thinks. The average woman would rather deny it till the very end than take any accountability for what they've done. It's strange. Okay? Their brains are wired to shift blame to men and someone else, even things that do not exist. A woman will blame the animal. She'll blame the dog, the cat, the baby. She'll blame everything and anything else. She will blame God and the creation of time and space before she actually takes accountability for her actions. And even in cases where it's really not even that serious.
I need you to like separate from your mom somehow. I need her to like, I just need like you need to not be able to have access to her somehow. This is like, because I have no problem with someone helping someone out. And I have no problem with asking for help either. But what she is doing and taking care of you and babying you and doing all this, you're never going to grow the fuck up or learn how to budget or learn how to manage your finances. You're never going to be able to be independent ever. And you take advantage of it so crazy. Dude, your mouth is never delatched from those dude. You are still right up on them.
The captions said lips, but I think we all know what he meant here. In a world where men are absent, we're seeing more and more of that weight being thrown on the parents. It's a tough world out there, but if a single mom decides to raise a brat, I feel like the financial burden is well deserved. After all, it's not men who are responsible for these chicks growing up to be absolute monsters, acting like a massive vacuum whenever a stack of bills is sitting on the coffee table. The top comments are, Please lower the emotion levels on your part. Makes it difficult to watch and makes it more about you than them. I mean, the guy is kind of a dweeb, man. I don't know what you expected. Also, why would you want to hear more from this lady in front of him? She's a car crash. Why do people come on this show if they don't even want to help, lol? Because they are women. And well, they're dumb. The glasses came off, you've done it now. Money management is a lot more important than making money. Exactly. It kind of goes back to what I said about high-value males. I know plenty of guys that make less than $50K a year, and they're doing really well because they have what women don't: discipline. Caleb, we need you to do this with our federal government and the Federal Reserve. How do we get Janet Yellen on the show?
You see, guys, let me tell you something very, 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 very clearly. Most women don't understand the concept of money management. Even a lot of you simps in the comment, I talk about debt. Being in debt is terrible. But many of you say that you've never used credit, you will never use credit, and credit is debt, and blah, blah, blah. If you are using credit to live off, if you're using credit to finance your life, then you are using it incorrectly. But the value of credit is allowing you to protect your assets while using someone else's money to shield yourself. If you use credit incorrectly the way that you're supposed to, you can actually gain significantly from it. There are significant, guys, you can gain travel miles. You can save on restaurants, on food. You can have, if you have a bad month, you can use that to supplement your income, not to replace it, but to supplement it, so you don't have to get into payday loans or desperate situations, because we all have ups and downs in life. That's the benefit of credit management. Also, for someone like me, credit is so valuable, guys, because I'm able to do insane things as a result of credit. Guys, because of credit, I can afford the tools for my business that I need at any given moment. If I need to purchase a new laptop, a high-end laptop, I can do this. If I need to finance, or pay a consultant or contractor that's working in my business, I can do that using credit. I don't have to clean out my bank account. And then I know that I have a check coming, in the following week. So I always have cash on hand. It's very important to have cash on hand also. Many of you are like, well, I don't care. Well, that's the thing. That's a poor person's mentality. The wealthy learn how to manage debt. They learn how to use credit to make them money and to protect their assets and their income as well. All right? I'm just being very, very clear with you. You have to learn how to manage debt. You have to learn how to manage money. Learning how to manage credit is a part of also learning how to manage money and personal finances. Because let me tell you something, there are times in your life where having access to capital that you do not have in the bank can save your life. Many of you will go, I don't care. I would rather die. And that's the situation that so many of you end up in. But the thing is that you don't end up dead. What ends up happening is you end up in a situation where now you owe even more money because you did not have credit available. All right, to use in a situation to use in an emergency situation. You should always, guys. Some of you are like, "Oh, there's no reason in having good credit. I have a 400 credit score, and I'm doing it. I do it deliberately." Like, that's so stupid. That is so, I'll tell you right now, like, that is so stupid. That is so stupid. Some of you are like, you have bad credit and you're happy to have bad credit, and there's no point in having good credit because the banks society is corrupt and it's only going to put you in debt. And like this one guy's like, oh, I have very good, me and my wife, we both have like 850 credit. We both have 850 credit, and we have trouble getting loans for certain things. And again, guys, there are factors. It's not just having credit. See, you can have very, very good credit. You can max out your credit score, and then someone else who has a 700 can get loans that you can't. But there are other factors too. For example, you might have an 850 credit score, but if you want to go and purchase something, are you making enough money so that you would be able to pay it off indefinitely? Do you see what I'm saying? And there are also multiple. There are also different credit bureaus. So we know the big three: Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. But those are not the only credit bureaus out there. There are also some smaller credit bureaus that you've never even heard of. I need to publish a credit thing for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you want me to teach you guys about credit, how to clean up your credit, and also how credit works, how to get approved for different cards. Right now, guys, like I have almost an 800 credit score. After I got sick, I was sick for 4 years, and when I came back, everything was a mess. Everything was a mess in my life, and I had to basically just grind. I rebuilt my life with it over the course of a year. This is a six-figure channel. Not even, I have 5 channels right now. This channel that you're watching is a six-figure channel by itself, and then I have other channels as well that are making me solid income. And then outside of YouTube, I have other income that's coming in as well. I have multiple streams of income, and I rebuilt everything over the course of a year. I rebuilt my credit. My credit is better than ever before. I have almost an 800 credit, almost an 800 credit score. Okay, I've been wiping out everything in my life because guys, the thing that's powerful is knowledge. Knowledge is so powerful. You feel like you start over from the beginning, but if you're a wise man, you learn from your mistakes, you learn from your experiences, and you also learn from the mistakes and the experiences of others. I ask God for I ask God for the wisdom of the world. And guys, here's the thing. I suffered a lot so that I could understand things, but now I have the manosphere right in front of me. And many of you are like, how are you so wise, Angry? I'm wise because I learned from my mistakes and I learned from my experiences. And then on top of that, I learned from the mistakes and the experiences of other men. So many people, smart men learn from their own mistakes and their own experiences. Wise men learn from their own mistakes, their own experiences, as well as the experiences and mistakes of others. And that's how you become wise. So it's not hard where I'm in the manosphere and there's all of these men who've had all of these mistakes and experiences, and I can learn from these men. I can learn from their experiences, and then I can talk to you about it, and then you'll turn around and say, Angry, I just don't know. When I was growing up, bro, this information is right in front of you, but you're not ready for it, all right? A lot of you are not ready for it. Some of you are like pushing 60, and you're still doing the exact same stupid things over and over and over. That's why I constantly say, I'm the big bro. I'm the big bro, okay? I'm the big bro. All right. I don't care if you're 21 or 71. All right. If you're still out here speaking simp shit, all right, and and living that simp life, I'm the big bro. You're the little bro. Okay. You listen to me. You look up to me. You put Sama on my name when you speak to me. Okay. Because you don't know anything about life. You may be older than me, but you sure as hell don't know more than me because you're a man who still hasn't learned his lesson yet. And when you finally start to learn, you're starting from the bottom. You're starting from the bottom. Because you've wasted your entire life choosing to be ignorant, choosing to live this way until it finally catches up with you, and now you're in pain. Guys, do you know how sad it is to be a 71-year-old man and you're just finally waking up and saying, yeah, I'm a simp, and my simping ways have destroyed my life, and now I don't know what to do and how to survive. Like, bro, I hope that listen, I don't feel bad for you. I wish the worst for you. And that's really how it is. All right. Oh, you don't care about men. No, I do care about men. I just don't care about you. You could care less about anyone else when you were out there simping for decades and you didn't want to listen. And now that your life is ruined, now not only do you want to blame, not only do you want to like throw shade at me, you want to throw shade at women. Let me explain something to you. You were told about female nature. You knew what women were like. I gave you that information, and now you went out there, you messed up your life, and of course, now you want to blame all women because you had the knowledge, but you didn't want to apply the knowledge, or it was there, but you avoided it because you wanted the Disney princess thing. You wanted to be a Disney princess and to find your prince. All right. All of y'all, a lot of y'all want to be Disney prince. A lot of you want to be Disney princesses and find your prince. That's what's going on with y'all. All right. Disney sold y'all a dream and you believed it.
I hate to say this, man, but there's no way that a female government would listen to common sense. That's kind of why the US is in this mess to begin with. Moving on.
I need his help.
Okay. All right. And how much is tuition?
Tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Okay. Per year?
Yes.
Okay. This better be a pretty great school.
Yeah, it's connected to Yale and Harvard.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, how was the bridge? Because you definitely didn't show up for court the last time.
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm guessing everything went well.
I'm a civil engineer, Your Honor, and I was in Italy for a conference, not the building of the Bridge of Gibraltar.
Oh, okay.
You must have lied to
Well,
me.
she didn't know.
Apparently didn't know that there's a large step up from being housewife to employed.
Oh. I caught that. Continue.
So I'm currently paying the insurance for our children.
Okay. And how much is that?
$500?
$500. Okay. And that's for both children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Continue.
Now, I don't understand exactly why my loving wife would think that in combination that we are paying for our children, considering I'm the
Ah, yes. Time to come up for air and taste justice. Pay up, pay up, pay up. The clip cuts off, but the full story is that she got nothing and had to keep paying for all of her random objectives. This woman clearly hasn't worked a day in her life. Most don't. And yet she thought she could get away with making this poor guy, who doesn't get much time with his kids, to begin with, pay her for sitting around with no income. Lady, that was your decision. And it's a real blessing to see you struggling out there on your own, when you had every chance to remain loyal. The comments are, $5K per child? Nice joke. Is Elon Musk personally teaching those kids? Yeah, they always lie about the numbers. It's all part of the game. There's another lazy woman behind the man. A twist on an old classic. Gold star for you, my guy. $5K a year, connected to Harvard and Yale? What school did that? The F? So are they still married? Of course not, bro. He's being sarcastic. Moreover, they were never married to begin with. She was just using that to mask the contractual hustle, and it backfired beautifully. Next.
Anybody trying to date me, my bills are your bills. I don't care whose car it is. You're trying to date me. You're trying to take a load off of me. So my car is your car for the bills. I don't simple. You're trying to date me, so my bills are your bills. Period.
1 for 1, tit for tat.
Y'all see how men are being taken advantage of? And there's simps out there who will say that this is what's supposed to happen. This is what men are supposed to do. This is your purpose as a man. Guys, it's so crazy though, because look at how our channel is growing. I just dropped a video. Women are reminding men not to fall in love with them because basically, women are saying that, she was, we were never yours. It was just your turn, but that doesn't mean that you should not still fall in love with us. You shouldn't still want to be with us. Guys, that's total BS. Look at this idiot's name. Spammer 5530. God, you people are sad. It's like they're not even trying to hide it anymore. Spammer. All right, spammer. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Like, these are the people on YouTube. These are actual spammers. These are actual spammers that are coming to the channel and creating problems for us. And of course, I'm going to report his behind to YouTube right now for unworded for spam. But it's insane. It's insane how many of these idiots are out there. Okay? Because they want to stop the message, guys. Why are they on the channel? Why are these simps watching these videos? Because they have nowhere else to go. They have destroyed society, so they have nowhere else to go. So society is very, very hostile for them, so they have nowhere else to go. You have women who are right now openly promoting witchcraft in society. Witchcraft. Witchcraft, being physically intimate with demons. This is a huge thing right now. Market in the US, all right? Barnes and Noble, they have like a specific section. They're putting the books out in the open that are centered around women being physically intimate with demons, the Prince of Darkness himself, Satan, or with men who are demon possessed, or men who are so evil that they are perceived as demons or named after demons. There's a book called Demon Something, and it's basically about some dude who's named after a demon because he's so wicked. He is such an evil person that he is considered a demon. Like this is and they're like, oh my gosh. She's like, look, you see this book? Do you see how thick this book is? I read it from back to front. Okay? They're falling in love with the most evil people that you could possibly, dogs, villains, criminals, beyond the worst of the worst, people who do the most horrific and awful things, and they're like, oh my gosh, this man is so wonderful. Or they're actually falling in love with real demons from hell. Oh, it's like an anime, it's like a manga. This demon came from hell, and he's so wonderful, and he loves me. He's so much better than the hetero guys. It's just like the women who said that they would rather choose a bear over a man. They would rather, over your typical hetero man, they would rather choose a demon. Guys, don't forget that the story of Lilith is exactly the story where she didn't want to be with Adam. She did not want to submit to Adam. So then she left the Garden of Eden and bred and had children with demons. She submitted to demons. Think about this, guys. That's the entire story of Lilith, that she did not want to submit to Adam. Evidently, she did not want to submit physically to Adam. So then she left the garden and submitted physically to demons. Demons. Oh God, oh God, oh God. And then when you look at what's happening today, where women are celebrating and consumed by literature centered around demons, being intimate with demons, or with demon-possessed men, or men who are so bad that they are named after demons, you start to think, you sure that the story of Lilith was entirely a story? Are you sure that all of this is, because this is guys, they say, Mark Twain said history does not repeat itself, but it does rhyme. And things are kind of looking, guys, like it's kind of looking that way. It's like these weren't lies. These were basically stories of things that have happened. All right? Regardless if there was a talking snake or any of these things, the fact remains that these are warnings about how society about how women affect society. Guys, think about this. Adam was in the garden. They had everything they could have ever wanted in the garden. What did Eve do? She threw it all away because she wanted more. Nothing could ever make her happy. She constantly wanted more. And then she deceived Adam. Yes, she did. She deceived Adam terribly. Absolutely terribly. All right? Telling him to go eat the fruit, and they'll be like God himself, even though she had already eaten the fruit, and consciously she would have known that wasn't the case, but she wanted to drag him down with her. She wanted to drag him to hell with her. And the poor simp, who was still held accountable, ended up losing everything because of his love and desire for this woman who never actually loved him. She never truly loved him. Okay? She was just taking advantage of him. It was always about her. It was always about her. And he lost paradise. Look at the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire fell because of the actions of women, the choices that women made. Okay? They received no-fault divorces, and they tore the empire. They tore down the empire. They tore it to shreds. And we were plunged into 1,000 years of darkness. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Guys, it's a warning for us as men that history will repeat itself. History will repeat itself over and over again. I just have to keep shaking my head. Shaking my head, shaking my head, shaking my head. because some men never learn their lessons. I had MK Fitness on here, and he said it, that these men basically will betray God and choose their wives over God. God can give you everything and anything. Of course, he can give you another woman. He can give you a million of them. He can give you more women than you can imagine. Or he can also take them away because maybe they're not good for you. Guys, you notice how these women like to bring up the Bible and selectively choose from it? He who finds a wife finds a good thing. No, that's he who finds a good wife. He who finds a good wife finds a good thing, not he who finds just any woman out there. Okay? Because if you find a bad person, they can bring so much problems into your life, so much misery into your life, poverty into your life. So it is not simply he who finds a woman finds a good thing. It's he who finds a good woman. And a good woman has to submit. Even some of these women that I've dealt with, guys, like, you know what? I know that they're lying. I know that they're lying. So you have to be very, very careful because that's something that women naturally do. Your mother's lied to you, or your grandmother's lied to you. Most of the women have lied to you your entire lives. Your sisters have lied to you, and then they tell you that you're paranoid, or they tell you that they try to put fault on you when reality is they've just been pulling the wool over your eyes indefinitely, and they want you to remain dumb. At this point, women are just trolling us because they know what they've done, and because they're not held accountable, they feel like they can continue getting away with it. And I told you have to be careful as a man because a woman's ego is so serious, it is so insane that a woman would rather basically leave planet Earth, leave this realm of existence, than ever admit that she was wrong and face accountability for the things that she's done. A woman will face Control-Alt-Deletion before she will take accountability for the things that she's done. It's amazing. It is amazing. It drives me crazy. It shocks me. Guys, don't forget to check out the Angry Guy Clubhouse. We have some amazing articles over there. We have extended videos. It's our space where we can go talk amongst ourselves. We have articles like Women Are Driving Men to Isolation and Celibacy. We have other stuff like The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. We have guides for you guys, everything from how to build a thriving business empire to unlock your path to passive income with our complete affiliate marketing guide for beginners. We have podcasts for you guys. Check out our podcast section. We have extended and exclusive videos for you guys. So videos that we're on that are extended or just we're too hot for the platform, for this platform that we're on right now. We have videos like we have articles, for example, like this one is really good. Women's rights crumbled after the Roman Empire collapsed, guys. So here I can also expand on some of the things that we talk about in the channel. So for example, if you ever want to learn more about what we're discussing, head over there because there's a lot of articles that I publish here that expand upon these things. We've got wealth building, we've got knowledge, we discuss the boomers, how they stole our futures. We got the Gen X stuff, the silent rage of Gen X, forging the fires of reality. Guys, it's absolutely lit. So do not miss out on it. And also, guys, don't forget that you will also get access to our free digital nomad blueprint. And that's linked in the description. That's and the Angry Guy Clubhouse is linked in the description of the video. So go and check that out. Subscribe to the Angry Guy Clubhouse. Guys, women have done this and they're not going to stop.
Then no guy is stepping up to the plate anymore. Game over, lady. Sit down. What I find hilarious about these clips is that, well, one, they think this is going to bag a man for some reason, but also because none of these chicks are getting what they want, or more accurately, demand. Nope, they're buying their own groceries, nobody is buying their clothes, and nobody, God forbid, is going to take someone like this out to anything. The top comments are, nobody is trying to date you. Exactly. That's a lot of demands coming from a 1.5. Remove one of those points, and then we're getting somewhere. First rule of bargaining is having something to offer. That's why you are making videos by your damn self.
Guys, men are clapping back. Soft guy era, men walking away, men going their own way, passport kings. It's not looking good for these ladies, y'all. It's not looking good for them. Guys, some of you are saying to me, Angry, we are just amazed at how you're able to put out content. Guys, every video I'm dropping right now, they're at least 1 hour long. Some of my videos are 2 hours long. Some of my videos are almost 3 hours long. And I'm dropping multiple of these videos every single day. For every video I put out, this is a little secret for you. I have to design 3 different thumbnails for every video. I'm sharing this information with you for a reason, because I want you to understand it's relevant. I want you to understand in relation to dating and relationships. I have to put in all of this work. So I have to design 3 different thumbnails every single day. I use artificial intelligence. I use AI to create the images for most of the thumbnails. Okay. So I have to do that. So that's prompt engineering, creating the right types of prompts to generate the kinds of images that articulate and tell a story that make them clickable. And then I have to do the graphic design work, the graphics, the text, all of that. And I have to do 3 different ones. I have to come up with a compelling title for you, something that is clickable, that will, that signifies the value of what the video is about. I have to edit the video. All right. So there's all this video editing that's happening. And I have to work my butt off each and every single day. As I go to sleep, I work, I wake up, I work, I go to sleep, I wake up, I work. And that's it. Like, imagine the amount of work that I'm putting in. And I'm also running multiple other channels. I have 5 channels. I'm running all of those channels, and then I also have my other businesses that I'm running as well. And many of you are like, and I have things to do. All right. I'm not dating. I'm not out there having relationships. I am grinding hard. All right. And building, and because I know what's coming. I understand what this reality looks like. This is a 6-figure channel. Okay. This is a 6-figure channel. I could easily say, you know what? I'm just going to sit around and relax and enjoy it. Okay. No, bro, there's hell on earth coming. Okay. After all the pain and suffering I've gone through, surviving homelessness over 10 years ago, you think I'm stupid? I have 2 postgraduate degrees. You think I have an undergraduate in business. You think I'm stupid? I know exactly where the world is going. I understand that, guys, the value of money is deteriorating around us. Many of you are just sitting there hoping that you're going to be able to just keep on playing PlayStation and it's just going to last. Like, oh, you're like, oh, I don't care. I'm just going to stay home and play video games and it'll just be okay. I don't care if everything burns down outside. Yeah, guys, if only you were so lucky. All right. If only you were so lucky. You go to the bank and you can't get money out of the bank. All right. 401k. You're like, well, I have money in 401k. Suddenly it says inaccessible. Okay. And with the way inflation is going, guys, you don't even notice as the value of your money continues to decline rapidly, more and more and more. Trust me, guys, right now, a lot of people are spending $3,000 to $5,000 a month in rent, depending on where they live. All right. Fast forward 5 years from now, that amount will easily be anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000, up from $3,000. All right. You'll have people spending on average between $5,000 to $6,000 or $6,000 to $9,000 a month. All right. Going from spending $3,000 to $5,000 to $6,000 to $9,000 or $10,000 a month in just rent, even though wages have not kept up with it. So now when you're in a situation like that and you're in an economy like that, people can no longer even afford to live in their homes. Now they're living in their cars, they're living in the streets, they're living in the woods, and they're fully employed, some of them. And they're screwed because if they lose their job, they have no other recourse and they have no skill sets developed that will allow them to leave their job and do something else. I keep warning y'all, those of you that are doing your 9 to 5, you need to have something else set aside for yourself. You need to build skills. You need to learn crypto. You need to learn how to build a business, how to build a brand. You need to learn how to start a YouTube channel and grow your YouTube channel and create a brand. I have my course coming. I've been grinding, spending months building out that YouTube course. All right. We actually have, guys, it's going to be absolutely amazing. We also have an ebook that's going to be coming out. So you can get the ebook, check that out. There's a lot of value that we're going to be providing. Okay. And you have to be willing to do the work and invest in yourself. Guys, I have some of y'all complaining in the comments about the quality of the audio. I have a condenser microphone compared to when I brought this channel back, started this channel, and like I was literally coming back from the pits of hell. I got a condenser microphone for you guys. And many of you are like, oh, the audio is pretty decent. The audio is good. There's others among you who are like, crying and bitching and moaning about the audio, like, oh, it's not good enough. And I get frustrated. I get irritated. But you know what? I get so fucking tired of it that I'm like, fine, fuck it. All right. So I have an XLR microphone coming for you. All right. I have an interface, a mixer coming for you guys with a preamp that's going to allow me to give you prettier audio. All right. I have a software running in the background that also improves the audio. I have all of these different things that I've implemented. Okay. And I had to learn how to do all of this stuff. I had to learn basic audio engineering. Oh, Angry, it's really not that hard. Many of you could not do it. I had to learn basic audio engineering in like just a very short period of time so that I can now deliver you stunning audio. All right. The average person is not willing to put in that type of work. The average person is not willing to grind. Oh my gosh. That's why so many Gen Zers are completely fucked, because these kids can barely read and write. They're graduating from Harvard, and then employers are like, yeah, they're just shocked at how poorly these people, at their skill sets. Like a person who graduated from community college 30 years ago was a much better choice than a kid that graduates from Harvard today. Like these are low value individuals, low value people. Like they have very poor soft skills, and they have very poor hard skills. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Broke girls are panicking as the world is collapsing. The end is that a lot of women are going to find themselves in extraordinary states of poverty, destitution, hardship, living in the woods, living in their cars, living in the streets, and trying to live off the simp economy. But the simp economy is moving overseas. And like I said, most of these women, 99% of these women will never admit that they are wrong, or they will blame someone else. They will blame feminism. They will blame men. They will blame each other before they ever take accountability for what they have done. And guys have to wake up and realize the very notion of, have a six-pack and do all of these things and be a high-value man. Guys, Little Poncho has none of those things. He has man boobs. Little Poncho is there with his man boobs and his fat little belly, and that's the man that they love. Okay, saying broke D is the bestie. Wake the hell up. You cannot buy her love. If a woman loves you not based on how you look or what you can do for her. She loves a man based on how she chooses to feel about him. And a woman could love a man for any reason whatsoever. I'm just telling you right now that we've been completely lied to, that women are different and they love based on, the value of a man. The value of a man will make a woman love them. No, the value of a man will make a woman take advantage of them. All right? They will go and take a broke boy and steal and take money from one man and give it to the broke boy because that's the man that they love. They'll spend their money on him and they'll spend another man's money on him. That's how much they hate us, guys. Oh my gosh. If you're a simp, just get the hell off the channel. I give out so much damn good advice. Old Uncle Angry is here just trying to do the Lord's work, just trying to help men to realize that you should be developing a relationship with God, not a relationship with the 304 out there, because God will never leave you, And I have to really just catch it myself right there. God will never leave you, but women will. All right? Everything in this world is temporary. The only thing that is eternal is Jesus Christ. Guys, broke girls are panicking as the world is collapsing. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away and shit.